Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. My camera disappeared. I don't know how to link videos, but I may try to figure it out while I'm laying here. So anyway, I got the frame torn out, and that's going to make a really neat thing. And so then I just kind of want to look over this. Uh-oh, I just dropped one in the floor. And then, you know, there's all kind of little stuff you can use. You can, if you like these little dotted line things, you could tear around those, and then just put something in the middle, and that kind of would give you some different things. There's a big old phone number down here. Well, you know what? I'm going to tear that out because, we like numbers. We like putting numbers on tags and, different things. And, I think that's pretty cool. And you can do that with all kind of ads. I mean, they have prices listed and all that. So on this one, I don't know if y'all can see that. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I don't know if y'all can really see that good, but it's a 1866 number. So I'm going to tear that one off. Uh-oh, darn my 8. Can't see with these gloves. And then I'm going to tear this 866 because, then once I glue this down, then I've got that number I can put on a tag. Same with these numbers. And, and I can use 223, or I can just use 22, or I can use 23, whichever, I prefer. And the same thing with these last 4. So now I've got all those numbers that I can use, and I'll just go ahead and glue those down. Now, as you're getting rid of your scraps, just kind of look at those too, and I'll tell you what I mean in a minute. You might like something like this that would kind of like give you some texture, so we'll just go ahead and tear that out too. We'll use it for something. And so that kind of gives me that little deal. And like I said, I like that word believing, so I'm going to tear it out. Okay, go my little stack. Just quickly looking over this, I don't really see, too much else that I would want from this side. So I'm going to turn it over and look at the other side. Oh, look, I got lots more numbers here. Here's a little symbol here that I could tear out and then just, put a word in there to cover up that little ADT. Let's see. I'm so confused. It looks like I'm looking at the same thing both times. All right. If I was doing something about the home, I could tear that word out. Rest, that's a good word. Just to kind of remind us to rest. So I'm going to tear that word out. And again, because these are small, I would just go ahead and glue them to a big piece of paper. And then, oh, look, there's a 200. I could tear those numbers out. And, by doing this, you end up with lots and lots of numbers. And so you don't really need to keep very many of them because, you end up with lots and lots of them. I get ones that are like different colors. Those like were white and these are black. These are kind of big, so I would use maybe these, some of these like on a bigger tag. So I'm going to tear those out. I really need some scissors, and I need to be able to sit up. All right. So that's that. And again, we could use this little symbol. There's just a lot on here that we could use. Again, if you like those little, dotty dot things, you could do that too. Okay, now this is just like a card. It's from Globe Life or whatever, and it's thick. So I could actually use this to glue my stuff down onto, and it would give me a thicker back. But, this has numbers on it, which I could go ahead and cut those out or tear them out. There's numbers here. I wouldn't use like the 3.49, but I would use like the 49 or the 17. Maybe use the 100 that's, up here. Oh, that little check number would be pretty cool. Again, on this little like reply card, you could actually turn this part into a postcard. Cover it up with, copy paper, scrapbook paper, whatever you wanted to, and literally make that a postcard because that's literally what it is. If you choose not to do that, then there's stuff, probably on the other side that we could use, which this is pretty cool. I probably wouldn't put the Globe Life, but, just like from here down, it's got some kind of little funky number, name, and all that stuff. I might cut this off where it's talking about, death insurance again, but, And then again, there's, just kind of, I wouldn't recommend reading every single word, but just kind of whatever might catch your attention on this. Life, okay? That's a great word. I'm going to, tear that out. I'm just not going to do it with y'all right here, right now. Children, grandchildren, those might be words that you'd want to use. This American flag, that would be pretty cool to tear out. Again, there's some more numbers. So, just kind of look at different things that you might want off of that. Now, this is like a grocery ad, and I don't usually do much with those except if I want numbers. And numbers on these grocery ads are usually pretty big. So, but, you can use them like for bigger tags and stuff. But there's some little numbers. Like this says sold in 10-pound boxes. That 10 is little. These are a little bit smaller than these great big ones. And again, I wouldn't use the whole price, but I don't want my numbers to look like a price necessarily. And then I just kind of scan through to see if there's anything that kind of catches my eye. I'm not going to read every single thing on here. You might want some, like these tomatoes might be cool if you didn't leave them looking like tomatoes, just to give some texture. Or corn, if you're working on a cookbook, that would be great. But then I go in here, open this up, and just see if anything kind of catches my eye. Well, it did. This said health and beauty. Well, I like the word beauty, so I already tore that out. Essentials, that might be something if you're making like a planner or something like that. Again, these would be great if you're working on working like in a cookbook kind of thing. A lot of this stuff would be great. But again, you can use these numbers. Some of them are a lot smaller. And so you can look for things like that just to get your numbers from. So you don't have to have number stamps and all that stuff. Okay, and this one, I kind of tore this one apart pretty good. And, and like I said, I kind of got the thought afterwards. Look at these grapes. Wouldn't that be cool to tear around there and then just use those for texture and put other little embellishments? So I'm going to go back and do that. Because it won't look like grapes once, I get it embellished. And this has lots of smaller numbers. So I really like those. So I'm going to go back and tear those out. There's some flowers right here that would make really cute embellishments. If you're doing a nature journal, this little greenhouse thing would be great. So I'm going to cut that out as well. Or tear it out, whatever. And so just anything you can find. This sofa right here, I kind of tore it. But I would tear that out just to use that as like a book plate looking thing right there. So there's lots of different things that you can find on here. And this is an ad for some sub sandwiches somewhere. I guess Subway. Again, you can get smaller numbers off of here. If there's any words that kind of, like make. That's a great word, especially for us crafters. If, this is like kind of an inspiration. Make would be a great word for that. So, just kind of look over it. You don't need to read every single word. Gift, that's a great one. Gift, if something was a gift, that's a great word. So, there's so many things that you can take off of here. Again, these are kind of a textural little thing if you wanted to use them. Tear them out and kind of use them. So, you can even take this page, and if you like kind of the coupon look, just put different things in there. Or use kind of this as an inspiration to make your own little coupon page. It's kind of a cool idea. This is another one of these card things, or is this the same one? That's the same one, I think. Oh, now, let me tell you, I love, love, love getting these furniture ones. Oh, bear with me a moment. Because you can find so much. Look here, imagine. That is a great word. Look, if I just tore that little piece of that chandelier out, don't you think that would make a beautiful embellishment? Look at these flowers right here. That. Look at these drawers. Nobody would know that was drawers because it would, you could use them in any direction you wanted to, just to add some texture. Then on this one, I don't know if y'all can see this, but there's a brick wall right here. Really pretty. Just cut around that. That would make a great, great embellishment. This over here, another one that looks great. Then we open it up, and this is, advertising like some kind of leaf filter. And cut some of these, just even tear them, these little leaves out if you're using like in a nature journal. If again, here's a word today. If you're doing like a what I just called a minute ago, like a planner, today would be, you know, a great one. So I mean, just kind of look, and sometimes you can take things like live, or live. Live and live are spelled the same way. So we need to remind ourselves to live. So when you see the word live, that's a great one. So when I look at this page, it doesn't look really exciting, but you know, I can go through here, maybe see some numbers, maybe just kind of quickly glance to see if there's anything great that I just can't live without, and I don't see anything, which is fine, because I'm going to turn it over and look at the other side now. And on this side, look here, this is like a ad for TV and, oh, live. See, there's a good one right there, live. We were just talking about that. This is best of live TV. Look at the words, because live is great. Best is great. You know, you can use those. Look at these cool little symbols. We can put words in there to cover up whatever it is. But you've already got the little kind of rounded squares, more numbers, neat things. And then we did the imagine. So, I mean, I can end up with like nothing left of the page. So then I would, like I said, I would take my little things that I've cut out. I don't think y'all can see that. And I would glue them on here just to give a little more heft to what I'm doing. And of course, you can get a lot of these little pieces on there. And I would have way more than this. And then once you have them glued down and they're dry, of course, you know, then you can cut them out the way you want to, or whatever. I don't even know why I saved that little piece. But I want to show you some that I was working on earlier, because I literally saved like pieces you wouldn't imagine. Oh my God, hang on a second here. That you just wouldn't imagine that I would save. This was I don't know if y'all can see that now, because of all this stuff in the background. This was literally just a strip off the paper. I thought, wow, that blue would be great for something, even if I used it in little bitty pieces. And then I saved this, because again, it had lots of numbers that I could get off of both sides. Here was one that said live, and so I got that one, and lots of numbers that I saved. Here were some of those bigger type squares that, you know, I can put some kind of embellishment in. I'd have the color in the background, but it would cover up that. The best. Man, that was great. So, you know, we as crafters, and, you know, particularly if you're a woman, you know, we need to remember that we are the best. You know, that we are designed for the best. And so, you know, this one is littler numbers, like one that has 130 on it. So I saved it. I'm sorry if y'all can see that. And then again, more numbers I saved. Oh, here's some more of those great big things that I can put little embellishments in, cover them up, but I'd still have the background part. Here's another one of those, you know, like blue backgrounds that I can use. Then I found this word, and it says experience. I like that. So I saved that. Again, more numbers. I just saved it. There's 6 pieces. I'll save the 6, and then I'll save, you know, maybe some of those numbers. Let me see some things that just aren't numbers. Oh, look, here was a great one for spring. And so, oh, and here, these came out, I told you I like the furniture ads. This was like a part of a couch that has stuff stuck in it. And nobody would know what that is, but that's a cute little picture. Let's see, I've got lots of those that I tear out. Mattress ones, they're great. Oh, now this guy, I didn't save him because he was necessarily cute or anything, but I'm going to cover that up with the tea bag and see if I can make him look, you know, more antique-y. So that was just kind of an idea with that. Oh, here's like an ottoman that I saved. Again, that would make great texture. Nobody's going to know that's an ottoman, you know, after a while. Y'all probably wouldn't even known about it and told you. But, you know, oh, look here. Here's a mattress that they were advertising. I don't know if y'all can see the texture on that. But, you know, just decorating that up, that saves you kind of a step right there. Here's another one that was advertising mattresses. Look at that. Isn't that great? I mean, that looks like a fabric of some sort with texture. So that kind of saves you a little bit on that. So I saved a lot of, like, the mattress things just for the texture, you know, of the quilted look. And for these, like, I saved the word king and queen. If I'm making a journal for a special woman, I want to remind her that she's a queen, you know, and that she needs to be treated like a queen. This one I saved, it was the word paradise. I saved this word now. Okay, now here was just a blue strip that I saved off of something. And I can use, you know, just little pieces of that just to break stuff up. Here was some kind of little box that had that design. Man, that's going to be great to put a little embellishment on. You know, and just, you can save just literally almost anything. This was somebody's hair. Oh my God, what great texture is that? And then here are chairs, like leather kind of chairs. If I like get rid of that, and you can just see like the bottom part, that's a neat texture. You'd never know that that was a chair. Same with the top part. You know, if I only use part of it, it's just a great looking texture. And here is like a piece of a table. I wouldn't use this whole thing as is, but I might use that down there. I might use, you know, part here. Had I not torn that up, I would have used a part there, maybe that little box. I mean, those would make great little, you know, like kind of frame-ish looking thing. And I've just got tons and tons of it. Here was some, that's what I want to show you. This is like windows where you can see outside. Isn't that great? So, you know, don't just throw everything away. Look, this is another one that's just something. You know, it was a part of a table. And I thought, well, that's cool. That just kind of gives you a little design. And once you put it on something, you kind of have a design. And I saved this couch because I love this throw. These pillows I can, you know, use as little squares. I can use this as texture. There's so many things. Here was a picture that was hanging on the wall in the ad. Really neat. I think it's upside down. I don't know if it is or not. Anyway, it's neat. It gives us something to work with. And I don't know why I saved that one. Oh, yeah, I do. Because, again, we have some more. You know, I can use that as like a little book plate with a dark background. I mean, there's just so much here that I can use. And I'm going to, you know, once I get me some glue, I'm going to glue all this stuff down. Look at here. I saved this lady. She's really pretty. And I think she would just look great, you know, in a women's journal. Again, I saved the word queen. This was like the arm of a couch. Nobody would know that. It's just a cool looking little thing. And these were some pictures of like some fabric samples of what colors you could get a couch in. I mean, there's just, I mean, I really tear those up. Here was a pillow that, again, I tore a little pillow out to save. There's just so much stuff that you can recycle from a furniture ad. You know, here's a different color. And again, once you start cutting those out, you'll never even know that that was a chair. So just use your imagination. Find what you can. Here was a little mirror, you know, that was, you know, on one of the ads that was there. Again, another throw, you know, that was on a couch. Really neat designs in there. So, you know, as you go through ads, again, look, this is a mattress. I didn't even know mattresses had designs on them. But that'd be cool for something. And there's some little words, queen, you know, and some little numbers. So, you know, just go to town, get some inspiration. Oh, check this one out. I don't even know what this was for. Maybe you can figure it out. Oh, internet and TV. Look at that wreath. Isn't that beautiful? So, you know, I can just tear that out, you know, put something behind it. And, man, I've got a beautiful, like, frame. So, you'd just be surprised what you can find in junk mail. This was something that was in one of those ads. And it's like a plant stand with a bunch of little plants. How great would that be, you know, in like a nature journal, or even just to put on an embellishment for something. I saved the word great, you know, because we just didn't remember to be great. This is something called purple. It's like a mattress, but I would just use like that little part of it, you know, right there to make something with. So, you know, just use your imagination. Think about, what can I use these for? I saved the word artwork. So, you know, hopefully for me, this is a start to me finding things to do while I'm just laying here, because it's very, very, very depressing that I've been literally laying in the bed since November, not being able to do much. I have gone out a couple of times, which was very difficult for me, and then I got, you know, in trouble again. So I've had a difficult time. Anyway, these are all a bunch of little scraps that I'm going to put in a baggie And then when I get some glue and stuff, I'm going to glue them down, and then I'll cut them out, tear them out exactly how I want them. And y'all will never know, that this will, y'all know because I showed you. And this was something that just came like stuck in the flyers, and it's like, I guess, some kind of like estimate thing. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. That would make a neat little journal page. I could maybe coffee dye that or ink it up or something, and that would make a neat journal page. And then on the other side, I have just pink paper. Of course, right here there's some words, but I could cover those up with some ribbon, book page, paint, whatever, and I've got a neat little journal page. If I don't like this, then I can, maybe gesso it, or, just put some paint over it to kind of hide those words a little bit. And then I've still got a pink kind of background that I can use. So, think about what can I use these things for. And you would be surprised what you'll come up with. So, I hope this was helpful to somebody. I'm trying to find things that are going to be helpful to me. When I can, when I'm emotionally and mentally able, I will try to share some of my emotional journey with y'all during this time, because it has been profound. But I also want to share some of the things that I've learned about myself, about healing and getting better. I haven't been able to talk to Rachel over at Craft Portal in a little while. We briefly, very briefly chatted a couple of weeks ago, and I was down, and she's struggling with some things that she's going through, and she did want me to let y'all know that she's coming back, but she's kind of been on a soul searching mission and trying to heal, and she actually inspired me to look at myself, and we had talked about that months ago, and I just wasn't really able to grasp it and get it until I was finally completely broken. But I hope that when I'm able to share more of that and able to last a little longer, that maybe that journey will help someone else. But right now, emotionally, I can't handle it, especially today. Today would have been my mother's birthday, and she's no longer with me, and that makes it a very, very difficult day. So it was really therapeutic for me to figure out something I could do laying here, but also to let y'all kind of know what's been going on and kind of share with y'all things that maybe you can do while you're sitting and watching TV, or maybe you're down in the bed, sick or injured. Just some things you can do to maybe, start crafting again, or maybe you don't have money to buy supplies and materials. This is kind of a good way that you'd be surprised. You don't ever have to buy anything. We can literally make everything, and it would be beautiful with little to no money whatsoever. And so I'm kind of thinking along those lines now. And I've got so many videos in mind, but it's really, it's hard for me to think on that too much without really getting depressed, because I can't get up and actually do. Y'all, I pray that each and every one of you are blessed. Thank you so very much for all of your love, your concern. I am going to make it a commitment to read the comments that I have not been able to read over the past few months. And, because I do need the encouragement that I know that y'all have been trying to give. But I think in, just all the sickness and things coming one after the other, I just wasn't able to receive it at that time. So I am making a commitment to do that. I am starting to make lists again of things that I want to do, videos I want to do. Again, I want to thank everybody who's reached out to me, and I apologize if I have not answered you. It's just very emotional for me, and sometimes I don't know what to say, because I don't want to be down, and I don't want to be depressing. I want to be an encouragement and an inspiration. And when y'all ask me how I am, I can't lie and say I'm okay, because I have not been okay. I'm going to be okay, but, you know, I have been really bad, and I'm trying to get okay. So please bear with me. I will try to update y'all again as soon as I can. Um, you know, I love each and every one of you. And I just, you know, I want to just really, 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 you know, say a special thanks to LJ and, um, you know, Marsha and Cindy. Oh my God, Cindy, I need to talk to you really bad. And then, you know, of course, Rachel at Craft Portal and Thelma, you know, at Thelma's Creations and more. And oh my God, just, you know, Debbie, you know, Debbie Ziggurat. I'm sorry, Debbie. I always mispronounce your name. I'm just Tanya at Tatty Treasures. I mean, I know I'm forgetting so many, and I will get back to you. And I apologize that I haven't before now, but I've just been in a bad place. I love you all. Blessings and hugs to each and every one of you. Please stick with me, and I will update you just as soon as I'm able to. You know, right now I think I'm going to kind of be working on this. All the little scrap pieces that were left from the ads, which weren't many, I'm going to be, you know, tearing those up into teeny tiny little pieces to make some faux handmade paper with. So anyway, there's things that I'm trying to figure out now that I can do literally laying in the bed, and this is a first step, and I'm excited about it. So I love you. If y'all have some other suggestions of things that I can do literally laying flat, you know, without having to try to hold your arms up for very long, I would appreciate any suggestions, because I've just been blank for so long. You know, I think I've been concentrating on, you know, what's been wrong instead of what's right, you know, what I can't do instead of what I could do, into the negatives instead of the positives. And that is so unlike me. And I've just been in that rut for a long time. So, you know, any encouragement that y'all can give me, any suggestions, ideas, I would appreciate it. I think I'm going to try to take some of my junk mail and, you know, have my black coffee in the morning, and, you know, whatever's left, I'm going to put it in the coffee cup and maybe bring a paintbrush and just, you know, maybe try to coffee dye some, you know, some papers while I'm laying here, you know, because I can do that, and, you know, use a blow dryer or whatever to, you know, I don't have much room to work, but, you know, I'm thinking of things that I can do. Again, I love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And I don't know if I can join these videos together. If not, I'll just do a part 1 and part 2. I love you. Thank you. And I hope to see you very soon. Bye.